Hey team, it's Jeff. Hope you're doing great. It's a Tuesday afternoon and I'm in the office today, of all places, back in Vancouver. And I'm excited to share with you 3 lessons and talk about how using those lessons, we at Absolute Results are continuing to get better in 2014. Last week I shared with you that I was down in Texas when I shot that video, and I spent a day with a man named Walt Wilson, who worked with Steve Jobs from 1979 to 86. He was Steve Jobs' production manager or general manager of operations. And when I was with Walt, I asked him a question. I said, Walt, what are the 2 greatest lessons you learned working with Steve Jobs? He said, number 1, that man was focused. When he got on track, he had a focus. He never lost sight of what he was doing and the project he was on and the mission that he had. Period. Focus. Unbelievable. Second, he was relentlessly obsessed with quality. He said, let me tell you a story, Jeff. Remember when the first Macs launched, they were coming off the line and going in their boxes, getting ready to ship to the retailers, and retailers all around the world were waiting for these new Mac computers. He said, Steve walked down to the production line, and I got a frantic call from the production manager that Steve had ceased production. He'd stopped everything. And the reason why is the boxes weren't the right color of white. And literally, Steve stopped production until new boxes arrived, delayed everybody in the world's shipment of Macs until he was convinced they were perfect. Interesting lesson on obsession with quality. Now, the third one actually comes from a book about Steve Jobs. One of my favorite books to read is I, Steve, because it's quotes from Steve, not commentaries about him. Let me read you a quote from Steve's on repeating success. There's a classic thing in business, which is the second product syndrome. Often companies that have a really successful first product don't quite understand why that product was so successful. And with the second product, their ambitions grow and they get much more grandiose and their second product fails. They fail to get it out, or it doesn't resonate with the marketplace because they really didn't understand why their product resonated in the first place with the market. So 3 things: focus, relentless obsession with quality, all right, and then delivering well on your second product because you know why it resonates. What is it we do at Absolute Results? We do one thing. We help dealers sell cars, and we must never lose focus on the fact that we're in that store for one reason. We're in the store to sell cars. Now, what's our product? Our private sale? Well, really, it's the way we tell the story, using our trainers, using our creative, and using data. It's the story of the sale. That's our product. And so we need to be relentlessly obsessed with delivering a quality product. And that's your interaction with the customer, telling the story of the sale. It's on our production team how they tell that story through invites, and it's how you train the salespeople so they also become master storytellers and carry that product, the story of the sale, forward. Now, to help you do that and make sure when you go back to a store for the second time or the 22nd time, you don't forget what made you resonate with that store that caused a success. So we've created a new brochure for you to use in your training. It's the Trade-In Sweet Spot brochure. This will be in all your kits. I'll email a copy of it to you with this email, with this video. And in it, it talks about the story of the event, the sweet spots in the marketplace that you gave us feedback on over the last month, examples of trade-ins, and a little more development of the story of how Chrysler has gone to market specifically and how they've managed to reinvent all their product, and yet there's still the huge incentives and savings and why that is, and explain why now is an ideal opportunity for a customer, should they find a vehicle they like, to trade up into a new car. So I want you to use this, use it with the salesman, study it, make notes on it, tell stories about it, and get the staff telling you the story back so they can use that story. Now, it's because we do things like this and we engage and we're relentlessly obsessed with telling that story right and helping dealers sell cars that we get to get bigger in 2014. I have 2 little success testimonials to share with you. As many of you know, we've been working in the UK for almost exactly a year now. And UK has asked us to help not only with private sales, but with private sales focusing on spearheading some product launches. Right? So we're doing that. Now, to do that, we need to expand a little bit. So as you know, we have Andrea working in the UK as an account manager. We're sending Olivia over. Yes, Carrie's going to lose his assistant. She's going to move to the UK for 90 days and help with production, overseeing, and being a graphic designer over there. As you know, Neaton's doing a fabulous job in the UK, and he's going to continue on in probably the most important job, which is the mentor-trainer role, making sure that we're delivering on sale day. And all the trainers who come over understand the culture, the market, and they can do a fantastic job. And then Scott Thompson's going to be joining over for 90 days, Neaton, working on business development, working with the area managers from Fiat, Chrysler, Jeep, and working with the dealers to sell, sell, sell. So that's one exciting little piece of news. The second one is, again, more opportunities that we need to manage carefully. We're doing a test pilot in France in September. And we have 2 trainers that are going over for 3 weeks just to test the marketplace and see if there might be an opportunity for us sometime, possibly in mid-2015. But we only get to do those things because we're focused on helping dealers sell cars. We're masterfully obsessed with telling that story of the sale well and over, and we keep it resonating the second, the third, and the 22nd time. So keep becoming master storytellers, and let's have a fantastic week. Talk to you soon.